reminded that life is fleeting and unbelievably fragile. March 2nd, 2020. I was working at a hospital in New Haven, Connecticut.
Yeah, we know you were TL.
Actually, I was the attending physician, general internal medicine, but who's counting? One day, I get a cough. No big deal, but abundance of caution, I asked one of my residents to give me a strep and a flu test. Then that night, cough gets a little worse, but both the strep and flu tests come back negative. Then everybody gets worried that I've had a pulmonary embolism, so they give me a CT scan, check for a blood clot, but they also give me a new test, a coronavirus test. At that point, there were barely any cases in the US, right? So I didn't even think about it as a realistic possibility. But as I'm sitting there waiting for the results of the CT scan, I found out on the news, actually.
A hospital in New Haven reporting Connecticut's first ever case of the novel coronavirus. A physician who was admitted last night at JD Memorial ultimately testing positive with the virus.
After that, everything moved very fast. They put me in a negative pressure isolation room, cut me off from all human contact. My blood oxygen dropped to 85% and then kept on dropping. I refused to sleep because I was afraid I wasn't going to wake up. And at that point in China, they were giving patients with advanced cases second CT scans, right? So they could track the progression of the virus, only way to ensure proper treatment. But there was a problem. I was in isolation on the 9th floor, and the CT scanner was on the 4th floor. And they were afraid to move me. They didn't want to risk exposing the rest of the hospital.
We are following CDC and evidence-backed protocols. You are staying in this room.
Yeah, and after that, I was just total darkness, just black. I thought I was dead, but dead people don't pray. Because somewhere in the recesses of my consciousness, there was a voice. My voice, very faint. And I knew that I needed that second scan, so I just focused on that all day, every day. And I prayed. I prayed for them to give me the second scan. And they did. And the results from that scan got me approved for remdesivir for compassionate use. And that turned the tides. So against all odds, and despite being patient zero, I lived. And because I lived and because I went through hell, I decided that I was going to pursue joy at all costs. Which I guess is a very